Hello everybody, I have restarted over in GT Online to prove that it is easy to make money and easy to make money early. Um, so how I'm doing this, first thing you probably notice is the $44 million. This is post commentary. The $44 million in my bank, we're going to be ignoring that. I'm using my second character and I'm going to be adding up the money myself um, because I didn't want to do all this and then, oh, I'm going to stop playing on this account and I'm going to basically waste all that time. But at least this way I get some money from that. Even though most of it will be put back into actually, getting stuff. So I'm not going to use any cash I earned with my main character, and I am gonna do only things that low levels can do. The level that I'm at. So I'm starting um, at like level 22. And you will notice I do have an office. That's because I think a couple of months ago, um, I'm going to go ahead and pause this. This is how I'm doing this because I have to switch back and forth between the spreadsheet to show how much money I'm making. Um, but a couple months ago, Rockstar gave away that office for free, so I hopped onto my second character and got it. So I'm not going to use that yet. I'm going to earn the $1 million that it normally costs um, before I touch it, which I do in this video. Um, and the main reason I'm doing this is, like I said, to prove that it can be done quickly. And I'm also going to be making a money guide, well, really a beginner's guide once I'm done with this. I estimated it will take a couple of months and probably a couple hundred hours of actually playing. As you see, I started with 18 um, hours, so we're gonna ignore that. I already have an apartment, and you could see some of what I had already bought. Main thing is weapons. Like I think 200,000 of that was the up and atomizer. Um, I am not gonna be using that, and I have said so. I added it all up, and I'm basically going to do start off with negative 2 million um, in money earned, and then I'm not gonna use anything until I've earned enough money to buy it, air quotes, that I already have, which is really only this apartment, which is fairly cheap and all that. And plus the 18 hours I already have in on this character would have been plenty of time to do a lot of this. Um, I probably could have gotten to this point minus the office in a few hours, but we'll keep that for now. Um, so getting into this, um, a few things. I am going to be adding time on to what I have for the fact that, across all platforms on story mode and online that I've played, I probably have 10,000 hours a game, so I'm probably better at a lot of things than somebody who has 5 hours, and that's kind of the whole point of this. So here I do a mission. Um, Sorry, the audio, the game is super quiet, but not really necessary. Um, did a mission, can't remember quite the name, but I got $11,160 for that. So not a lot, but it's a start. Um, and um, taking that off, that makes us in the whole 1,988,840. So still a lot of work to be done. So next, I decided to do one of those new Gerald missions. And here is it in sped up. I played it with two randoms who didn't know what they were doing, but they were both lower levels, so it makes sense. They both died, and then I was able to complete the mission on my own and got $17,340 and also ranked up. So this is what I use to make thumbnails and stuff. This isn't actually a spreadsheet thing. This is just so I can do this. Making us now negative 1.9 million 700 or 1,971,500 dollars in the hole. Wrong thing. This is just the easiest way for me to do this without, um, a bunch of editing to edit in showing the thing on screen. But I did it again with the same people. One person was AFK. I told the other dude to kick him, and then they both left, or at least one left. And at this point, it was just too much. And despite my best efforts, this happens. And so it was $3,030, so not very much, but I went ahead and just backed out of the mission. Wasn't gonna retry it again. And then I forgot to record sooner, but I did a user created last team standing and earned $37,000. And I'm getting ahead of myself here. Um, so you can see the 3,000 makes it that, and then 37,000 off makes it $1,930,920. Moving. Why do I keep doing that? Moving on. I decided to do um, the San Andreas flight school because I had heard you got like I think I'd heard you got like $100,000 for doing it. Um, so I didn't record all of it. Well, I did record all of it, but it would have made this video ridiculously long even if I time lapsed like I did that mission before. So here's me finishing the last one on gold medal. I did fail quite a few times at some of them. So adding all of that money up. So in total, as you see, I got $233,500 from the flight school, making negative $1,697,420. So getting some progress. So next I decided to collect all of the figurines because you get $1,000 per figurine and there's 100 of them plus an additional 50,000 once you collect all of them, and you also get 1,000 RP per figurine. Professional um, YouTuber here. So this is one of them. I'll link in the description the I think it's GTA series video guide that I used. This is one of them. So I thought I'd show how I got this one because it's the most difficult. I just parachute in. I tried to land at the top, but that didn't quite work. I was also in passive mode here because I was doing this in a public session and didn't want to get fucked with. So I'm lucky there was not a guard up here, but this is how you can do it if you don't have a jetpack like they do in the video. Okay, so here is me collecting the last two figurines, which are right next to each other. And you can see I got leveled up quite a bit from the 1,000 RP per figurine. So here I am going to collect the 50,000 plus the outfit, which I don't really care about, is more for the money. And also on top of this, there were I believe there was a like a treasure hunt and a bunch of bounty hunting missions, and you would unlock uh, the double action revolver and the stone axe. With the double action revolver, if you got I think 100 headshots on if you got 100 headshots on anybody, it could be AI, you would get $250,000, and then if you got I think it was 100 kills with the axe, maybe it was less, you also got $250,000. So I'm going to be adding on an additional $500,000 plus 150 that I made. I think it would take approximately that amount of time. It would take approximately 2 hours to. Did I even mention that I was gonna add 2 hours on as penalty time? Seeing how I didn't actually do it because I'd already done it with my first character. I don't know if you can do it with both characters. I know you can get all the figurines with both characters, but if this is somebody who's just starting out GTA, they won't have a first character. They'll be playing as their first character. So that significantly drops down to negative 1,047,420. And now is the point where I did a heist with a friend. She accidentally picked the wrong hacker So it didn't end out too well, as you can see. I only got 94,000 plus the $100,000 um, first time completion bonus or whatever, which doesn't pop up here. It only shows the 94,000. But that drops us under negative 1 million. So we're at negative $853,400 and can now use the CEO office. Obviously, if you're just starting out, this would be the point where you buy the CEO office. So in not much time at all, I managed to get a CEO office. Um, that could be done in probably realistically the first 10 hours of playing. And so here is me visiting my office for the first time. So a few things I'm gonna at this point you might be wondering about ammo because of course I have been buying ammo about this. So I am gonna be doing something real quick where I don't count it and it just goes towards ammo cost. Um, I think it's a fair way of doing it. There was still the 2 million that was probably not as much as I had spent with my main character's money. So that could be before. So I'm gonna overdo it with the extra money for um the ammo. Um, Also, I'm going to avoid double money and um, discounts just because they're not always going on. You will also notice throughout this video me getting a lot more money than I've been earning. That's because in the between I've been playing with my main character. There's been a really good event week right now where MC businesses are double money. Okay, so after that I did a contact mission, which I forgot to record a bit sooner, but as you can see, we made 13,000 something, I forgot. Yeah, 13,190, putting us at negative 840,210. And so I was in the area, so then I decided to go see Lester about the casino heist. You have to do this cutscene before you can buy an arcade. Won't be doing that for a little bit, but definitely what I'm going to be doing. So I don't know if I properly explained in the beginning of this video what exactly the end goal is. Um, I might have. I'm just gonna say it again. All businesses fully upgraded to the point where, like with my main character, I can make a few $1 million a day. Besides if there's an event week happening. So as you see here, I did another mission, got another $11,000. We'll add that up here in a minute. But here's one thing. This is probably going to be the most controversial bit about this. I am going to be using solo public sessions on, there's ways of getting into them on every platform. Um, and it doesn't even involve doing anything in-game actually. Um, uh, I wouldn't consider this as cheating. You can just get put in a solo public if your connection is shit, or just randomly. Even with decent internet, I sometimes get put into them just randomly. Um, this makes selling a lot easier because you don't deal with assholes. I think it's a fair trade-off. I think you should really be able to sell in invite-only lobbies. You just don't get the high demand bonus, which makes a lot of sense. You get penalized like that, but if you don't have a bunch of people to protect you, it's worth selling in solo public lobbies, in my opinion. So, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing Headhunter and Sightseer. So, all you need is a CEO office for this. You don't need to buy anything else. So, I'm at the point where I can do this, where I would have had the money to buy a CEO office anyways. So, we're going to start here with Sightseer. Very easy. You just do 3 hacks, and then they show you where each package is. You do a hack, you go to a package. You do a hack, go to a package. And here I just got done with that $22,000 for Sightseer. Um, Headhunt. Oh yeah. In between, I decided to rob a store. This is more money that I'm not going. I'm not going to count this first Headhunter and Sightseer, so it goes towards ammo. And I also robbed a store. Here I am doing Headhunter. This was kind of a pain in the ass. I kept getting killed, but um, just stole AI vehicles and chased around after them, and I was able to get it done. So after that, I decided to go ahead and do these for an hour to make some money to be able to buy a special cargo warehouse. Um, and these are actually pretty good money. So at that point, it had been an hour. I made $117,000, which is really good for a lower level, newer player. Um, so that was the end of what I did in that video, and we are sitting at 31 hours, 33 with the penalties. Really probably could have gotten to the point here in even less time. Um, One thing I want to talk about is the fact that I did a heist with a friend. As you saw, I forgot to mention this then. As you saw, I only had a 20% cut, and I think I want to do this somewhat solo friend. Like, it would obviously be cheating if I just had my friends give me a high cut in their heist, and oh look, I got everything in like a week. Um, so I'm gonna be realistic about it, as if you don't have any friends that play GTA, there are Xbox One has looking for group posts and clubs, and then there's just GTA Online crews. There's a lot of ways you can find people to help you and play with, um, or you could just join a random heist, which I do understand that there are some problems with that, but at the same time, you should be able to get one or two done, and it can help early, and then you just do businesses. Heists aren't the greatest way. You might have noticed that I haven't done any of the original heists or Doomsday heists. I don't think they're really worth the time. I might be doing Fleeka in the future if I get an apartment, which I'm thinking on doing just so I have more slots for garages. Um, if you uh, have any questions about GTA Online just in general, go ahead and let me know. As you can imagine, this does take quite a bit of time to record one of these and edit and do everything. So um, the next video hopefully will be out in the next few weeks. Well, hopefully sooner than that. Okay, yeah, almost forgot. Definitely didn't do my outro and everything. So there is the $117,000. That puts us at $711,381 negative. I didn't add the negatives in on there, but um, so we still have quite a bit of a ways to go before we hit that. I don't know if I'm going to buy a CEO crate warehouse yet until I get to zero, but they should be fair enough, right? Because I would have earned that money anyways, if you don't count the guns. But the reason I don't have a big deal with using the guns is A, I really have no choice, and B, it's not going to make that huge of a difference if I have uh, don't have that much. And again, on top of the 18 hours I already put on this character, it wouldn't have taken that long to get everything minus the office, like I said. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.